there's a lot more sensing that's happening in a smarter train system these days in comparison to, say, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
What are some parameters that you would prefer to sense or you would like to sense on a moving rolling stock to keep it healthy, keep it safe?
Yep. So you're right. So lots more sensing, and I actually have a spin-out company that does work in this area of so it's taken work out of my research and now has been applied on trains that go through the Channel Tunnel and various other places, London Underground and various things. And so that's putting that particular instance is putting sensors on the train that are able to monitor, measure the track in real time as the trains go up and down. So very precise measurements from moderately low cost sensors so that we can understand how the track's degrading over time and do asset management. But then there's sensing around positions of trains, much more accurate sensing of position. So my work over recent years, I've done a lot of work on quantum sensing for the position of trains. So quantum sensing is used in some applications, military applications, various other things. It's really good. Quantum sensing is really good at being able to get very accurate positions where you can't get GPS or any of those things. Think of a metro. You can't get your positioning system in a metro. So what we do in a metro is we put down an awful lot of infrastructure so we know precisely where the trains are.
Sure.
We can do that sort of thing with quantum sensors, and we've just tested the world's first quantum sensor on a London Underground train and proved that we know where trains are in tunnels without any other kind of position signal, which is a real big breakthrough in this area. So people don't think about quantum technology, quantum science, and railways, but that's where the cutting edge of this is.
Wow, I there's no way I could have imagined without you having been here to tell me this.
Yes, so there's some, it's one of the, again, back to one of the questions earlier is, one of the things I really like about railways is there's lots of challenges, lots of problems to solve. And I've really enjoyed through my career applying modern approaches and technologies, in this case, quantum. But, in my early work, in my PhD 30 odd years ago, I used artificial intelligence to predict failures on railways and things. So we've been able to use some of those modern technologies to address some of these challenges. So there's lots of places for sensing and modern sensing. It's a very harsh environment in a railway. There's lots of things we'd like to measure that we can't at the moment. So it'd be really good to measure those forces in the wheel and the rail. It would be really good to understand some of those things. But the environment is really difficult to do that cost effectively with. So we are increasingly taking data. We are being intelligent with how we turn that data into information, but there's an awful lot more to do in that space in the railway sector. But there's still an awful lot more of clever, state-of-the-art sensing to do that would have a real business benefit in the railways if we could get that right.